What's up, Faith Family? Jarvis God and Wardrops YT here, and welcome back to another Diecast review. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Batmobile, specifically the Batman 2004 TV series variant from the 2021 Batman Mini Collection. Now, I've been meaning to review this car for quite a while. This was supposed to be like a Season 3 video, and then I think briefly a Season 4 video, but we're just now getting to it because I was finally able to uncover some details about this car because this was very difficult to find information on. It's from the 2004 Batman TV series, which I'm sure is popular with a lot of people, but I was unaware of it before, I started doing the research for this video. And, to the people I've talked to, the Batman 2004 TV series isn't really in the public consciousness. But, maybe it should be, because this is a super well-designed car. It's just unbelievable how fascinating this car is to me. It's like if this car didn't have anything to it, if I had nothing positive to say about it, then I wouldn't have been trying to make a review on this for so long. But now that we're here, there's just so much to love about this car. I mean, first off, let's talk about the proportions. You have the extremely long, nose of the car. It's so cool. It really helps the car stick to the classic Batmobile aesthetic. It also does enough to differentiate himself from the classic Batmobile design to give it a sort of futuristic feel, as you can see with the sort of extrusion up here of the front bumper, the translucent material they used, and mainly the main differentiation is in the curve of the vehicle near the front. It has the classic smoothed gradient, and then it just switches to immediately sharp. I think that's very cool, and it makes the car very unique. And you also have this engine bulge. I think that's what it's supposed to be. I've always wondered what that was. It's got to be an engine bulge, and I mean, it's not the most detailed thing in the world, but I don't really think it needed to be. I mean, I think honestly anything would have been acceptable to just break up the potential monotony of just having the shiny gray material all the way through. That would have been boring. But having the black here, it helps add to the overall color scheme. And, like I said, it just helps to break things up and make it look nice. And moving on to the back here, you can see that, I mean, they didn't stop trying near the back. The back, bumper right here, this is extremely well done. I really like the texture they used, and although I think it's a bit more abstract than you would usually find in a Batmobile, I think it really looks nice. And I assume this is supposed to be the sort of jet engine or exhaust pipe. I do think it looks a little wonky. If I were to design this car, I wouldn't have exactly gone for a triangular design, but I do still think it works because, I mean, it's implied to be a jet engine, and if you look close enough, it can be a jet engine. It can really be anything you want it to, but it's pretty obvious what it's supposed to be. And of course, you have the cowls back here. I think it would have done them a bit better if they'd gone back further, but I think what we have right now is pretty good. And as always, you have the painting, which is done really well. They don't do a whole lot of it. I think the symmetrical lines at the sides of the vehicle and Hot Wheels logo are the only painting that this car has, but I think even that was done really well. They didn't need a lot of paint for this vehicle, so I'm not going to fault them for not painting the back or the front or whatever. They used just the right amount. So in terms of recommendations, I would definitely recommend this car. I mean, this is a 2021 variant, and so while there may be a scarcity factor for some versions of this particular Batmobile, I think that the fact that this is a car from a TV show from 2004 and they're still printing it, up to at least 2 years ago, that just shows you the longevity of this vehicle and how many they must have in circulation, because they wouldn't still be printing this if it didn't sell. But yeah, this is a definite recommend. Pick it up for a good price. Let's say $5 or below. I think this would actually be worth going up to $5 just because it's so cool and it's such a good design. And, it's a Batmobile, so of course, if somebody knows what they're doing, then they're going to mark up the price for this because of the brand name. But yeah, either way, that'll wrap up my review of the Batmobile from the Batman 2004 TV series. Specifically the 2021 version of the car. As always, thank y'all for watching. Be sure to stick around for more diecast content. And as always, giggity giggity, giggity good. Stick around.